Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to your weekend forecast for October 24th through the 26th of 2025, or whenever you found this reading. If you found this after that or even before that, this reading is meant for you. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be asking my spirit guides for some evidence of any loving energy that's around you, coming your way, what's next in love. I do have some charms and initials, so we'll be using those as well. But sit back and relax. Use this to manifest the love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life. Let's see what they have for you. Let's get some clues. Let's see what our spirit guides want to share with us today. Spirit, please share with me any loving guidance that you have for anyone. This is for all signs, any sign that you may be thinking of. Everybody's welcome. Collective reading. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? I am listening for you now. I have self-interest. The number 45. You got to take care of yourself first. Okay. You got to do what's best for you. So you always ask those questions. Is this good for me? And is this good for my future self, my higher self? And is that selfish? No, that's smart. Okay. You got to take yourself with you for the rest of your life. So you want to make some good choices. I have soar. Something is ready to take off. Number 46. So something's taking off. So there's a feeling of even a soaring into your life, this feeling of, something kind of swoops you, sweeps in and takes you away, a little bit of, you took my breath away for a second there. I have perspective, the number 35. I'm trying to look at this from all different angles. Maybe I am trying to be more open. Maybe I'm trying to be more flexible. Maybe I'm trying to be less judgmental, not as picky, Spirit just said. You can be picky to a certain point, but, if it's preventing you from being with anybody, then, you want to be maybe a little bit more open to giving somebody a chance. So looking at things from a different perspective. And I have preparation. Spirit has been preparing you for this moment. Arms wide open. Look at that crow with his arms kind of spread wide open. I'm ready. I'm prepared. I want to move forward. So this feeling of taking off, let's see what the cards are saying. Spirit, what is taking off? What is coming towards us? I have a Justice card. I have a Page of Cups. I have a Nine of Cups. And I have a Tower. I feel like this Tower did you a favor. I feel that whether you created the Tower or somebody walked away, it doesn't matter who's whatever happened. But I feel like they did a huge favor. I feel like they prepared you to be able to receive the person that you're supposed to be with. And the Page of Cups jumped out at me with this frog because it was a little bit of a Prince Charming energy. You got to kiss a lot of frogs to get the right one. But is Prince Charming, is it a feeling of, this is what I've been waiting for? I wanted somebody that's romantic. I wanted somebody that I have feelings for. I want somebody I care deeply about, they're saying. I want the real deal. I'm not interested in fake love. Nine of Cups definitely is, you know what? I mean, I want it all. And there's nothing wrong with wanting it all. Okay. You deserve it. You deserve to have, they're saying you complete me, the person who makes you feel full, the person who makes you feel loved. Okay. They don't just say, I love you. They make you feel loved. They treat you like they love you. They respect you. They honor you. So you feel loved. And that feels nice. I will put out there this Justice card because it could be the person that you spend the rest of your life with. We're not there yet, Spirit just said, but it could be the person that you actually settled down with. And is this your future spouse? Is this somebody that I want to be with? So is this Prince Charming somebody that is going to turn into the person that I actually share my lifetime with? I have a King of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Swords. I have a Queen of Swords. And I have a Sun. So this is a new beginning. This is somebody that, it's interesting because I'm mirroring each other. We're mirroring each other here in the Sun. And I don't normally get that, but it could be a twin flame. It could be a soulmate energy. But there is a sense of we're so much alike. We like to do the same thing. We have so much in common. There's a sense of happiness coming in to me that, you know, am I jumping for joy like every single moment of every single day? No, but I'm starting to feel that love come into me. I'm starting to feel that somebody wants to be with me for me. Okay, so that's coming in. I do feel like this person has a lot to offer, and I also feel like they're not shy. Okay, I feel they could be even a little bit talkative, and maybe you're more on the quiet side. But they're very self-confident. Maybe they have every right to be. Maybe they're successful. Maybe they're doing really well. Maybe they want to share how well they're doing with you. They're trying to impress you, Spirit just said. So they could be talking more than they normally do because they're nervous. They could be just trying to win you over. They could be trying to show you that they have a lot to offer and you should be with them and not somebody else. But I do feel like they're a little bit talkative, and maybe that's, you know, like I said, it could be just comparison to you, that you tend to not be a big talker. I always feel like there's one that talks more than the other in a relationship. So I feel like this person is more the talker. I do feel like I'm giving this connection a lot of thought. Okay. I am definitely wondering where it's going to go. They're saying I'm being patient for some reason. They could be patiently waiting for you. They could be patiently hoping that you are as interested in them as they are with you. You're in control is how it's coming in. The way she has the hand out for the bird, it's almost like the Nine of Pentacles, where, you know, she's so secure, she can hold that bird in her hand, and then she has that control. So you're in control. Okay, you must be setting the pace. It's up to you whether how fast you move this thing forward or how slowly you move it forward. But I do feel like they're kind of letting you do that. They're kind of being patient. I mean, otherwise you'll push them away. So I feel like they have no choice. But I do feel like they are waiting. They don't want to push you. They don't want to push you too fast. They don't want to push you too, to be, that they're kind of obsessed and a love bomber. They don't want to do that. Spirit, please share with me. I have a work in progress. Yeah, we're a work in progress. I do feel like that's happening. I do feel like you're kind of saying to them, well, we'll see. Let's not rush things. Let's see where it goes. A little bit of, you got to try to prove to me that you're the person that I should be with. And maybe that's why I feel like they're a fast talker, and they're really trying to jump through some hoops to prove it to you. Look at their actions, see how they're doing, give it time. Maybe you have it in your mind, like, I'm not going to know the answer to this, just after a couple of weeks. It might take me a while to know how I feel about somebody. Maybe you know yourself, and you just, you don't fall in love that quickly, or you don't give your heart to somebody that easily. But the work in progress kind of makes sense to me because I do feel like you're controlling how the pace somehow. Spirit, please share with me. I have a yes. Will we move things forward? Okay. Do I like this person? Is this person interesting? Is this person attractive? Maybe the answer to all of those questions. You know, am I going to be physically attracted to this person? That's always a big question. So yes, of course. Otherwise, you're not going to date them. I think that what's on the table is that you're just not going to rush into anything because there's no reason to. Not if it's real, it will just kind of happen. I have a romance. You're looking for the real deal. If this person is real, then they're gonna show you. And I'm not a big make somebody jump through hoops. I don't think that that's fair because I think it has to go back and forth between two people. But I get if they're not going to treat me with romantic gestures in the beginning, then they never will. You know, they don't do it when you're 10 years into it, you know? So, you know, at least the expectation is the beginning that they're going to go out of their way to treat you a little bit more like this Prince Charming. And this romance, how do I say it? You know, romance is important at this stage, right? So, and it is a little bit of a test. It's because, again, if you're not going to do it now, when are you going to do it? So it kind of answers the question, like, maybe I'll never get it with this person. Maybe I'll never have the kind of romantic energy that I am looking for in my lifetime. And maybe they're not your person. So that's a good test. You've captured their heart. Okay, so I'm hoping they are romantic. Now, the work in progress and the romantic could be they're trying. Maybe they are a frog. Maybe they need to, you know, learn how to be a little bit more romantic. They need to be more attentive. They need to be able to express themselves better. Be able to show up when they say they're going to show up. You know, those are just expectations that you have. But sometimes if somebody isn't doing those things, you have to say, hey, this isn't cool. You said you were going to call and you didn't call. You call them out on it. You say, I'm not going to accept anything less than somebody who, you know, respects my time and my energy and wants to be in a relationship. I have trust. I have to trust somebody. Secrets, hiding behind a mask. That's a big one. I want to make sure that I want to know what I'm getting into. I'm not going to rush into anything. I feel like setting the pace is huge in this connection. I'm not going to rush into it. I have a distance. If there's a long distance in this connection, there's no reason to rush into it. Where am I going? Where are you going? You know, so if there's any kind of distance, that would be a factor. And I have many loves. I want to make sure that there aren't any other people. I want to spend some time. I want to listen. I want to see, you know, what you do with your schedule. I want to see, you know, what you're doing with your free time. You say that you're not dating anybody else, but your phone's blowing up, you know, and I'd like to think that you're being honest with me. I have a connection. I'm going to go with it's a good connection right from the start. And I feel like there's a sense of I do need to trust this person. I do feel like this person is doing their best to show you or to prove to you that they do want to sincerely be with you. And it's hard. You know, nobody wants to be rejected. Let's see what sign they may be. Spirit, what sign could they be? I have a Leo, self-confident. I have a Cancer. I have a Gemini. I have a Sagittarius today. And let's get one more. And I have a Capricorn. Okay. So Yeah, nobody wants to be rejected is how I feel. I feel that I'm going to try. I'm going to try really, really hard. I'm going to show you that I want to be with you. I'm going to try to do all the right things. I'm going to be the best boyfriend or girlfriend that you could ever ask for, I feel like is happening. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have? I have an Ace of Swords. I have a Three of Cups. I have a Page of Pentacles. And I have a Ten of Swords. A couple of things came into me. The Page of Pentacles came into me as planning. The Ten of Swords came into me as that rejection feeling, that I am trying, I am planning, I am putting in the effort. I do have my mind on this connection with that Ace. I also feel like there's going to be a moment where you give in and you realize that this feels good. Maybe you like their company. You like to be with them. They're affectionate. You like how they kiss. They took you out to a nice restaurant. You had a good time. But it's a feeling of giving in. That your emotions, you finally kind of let down your guard and you start to celebrate what's right in front of you. And maybe that's hard for you. Maybe that's something that you know you struggle with. Spirit, please share with me. But it feels good. It feels good to kind of trust somebody. It feels good to kind of believe that I could be happy with somebody. I have a Wheel of Fortune and a Six of Cups at the bottom of my deck. That's a soulmate energy. That's fate, destiny. They're using the word arrival to me. So it's arrived. The soulmate energy has arrived. Fate has arrived. But yeah, this kind of arrival energy that it's here. And we've got to do with it what we are meant to do with it. I have a Three of Wands. This is your future, is how they're saying it. So this person could be put right in front of you, and there is a delay. I do feel like there's a delay, or at least a slow burn. I want to see energy. But I do feel also at the end of the day that there's something that keeps us connected. And it's probably this person's consistency. It's probably this person's persistence. And people around you are saying, you know what, this is a really good person. They never drop the ball. They keep showing up. They're really good to you. Like why would you be holding back? So that's something that I think you're struggling with. Like, why am I holding back when it's a nice person? Why am I holding back when this is what I had been asking for? So I feel like it's more of a finding some feelings within yourself and deciding for yourself what it is you want. Let's get some initials. Let's see what they're saying. It's that inner battle in all of us that when it arrives, is this what I asked for? Because I don't want to be hurt again. So I guess that's probably what's going on. All right, let's get some initials. So I have these dice, and I'm going to get a handful. And let's just see what first initials, last initials. Don't worry if you don't see your person's initials. I have the letter B, A, E, O. I have an M. I have a J. I have a Z. I have an I. I have an X. I have a J. I have the letter S. I have a K, and I have the letter E. So some of you could be definitely connecting. Maybe you get first initials, maybe you get person spelling. So that's always fun. Or these are initials coming towards you. It could be just a clue. Let's see what else they want you to know. Spirit, tell me more about this person's energy. What is it that you need me to know? Their personality, anything like that? What is it that you need us to know today? I feel like they're trying really hard. I don't know. You know, some people see it before the other person, and sometimes they just really want to be with you. And maybe you're just not there yet. I have a nice guy. Yeah, date the nice guy. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the person who's stable, content, fair, respectable. If you're used to dating the bad boy, or you want something more exciting, or you wish this person was you had more chemistry with somebody. I don't want to say you can't have it all, but you got to pick and choose. You got to pick what's the most important to you. Okay, you could have chemistry with somebody, but they're not a nice guy, right? So you got to pick what's important to you. You know, this is definitely a nice guy feeling, and this person's trying really hard. It sounds pathetic, but maybe they just really like you. I have a gentleman. They're trying to do all the right things. I feel like they really don't want to drop the ball. They are showing up. I feel like they're being respectful. I feel like they are putting together nice dates, planning nice dates, wanting to spend time with you, something like that. Maybe they're sending you flowers. Maybe they have brought you flowers, something like that. So a little bit of they're doing all the right things. I have a caregiver. They're a good father. Maybe you see that in them. They're very loving to their family. They're very connected. That's a good sign too. If they have good relationships with their family, they're close to their family. They are in contact with their family. They spend time with their family. That's a good person. Okay. I mean, you know, it's just somebody who, you know, can maintain good relationships and has healthy relationships. So that's usually a good sign that this person would be somebody that could be in a long-term relationship and maintain it. I have a workaholic. Okay, so they put a lot of time into their work. They could be very good at what they do. They have a very demanding career, Spirit saying. So part of me feels like it's a career that is like I'm an attorney, or could be in the medical field. But I feel like it's substantial. I do feel like I had to have advanced educations. But I feel like I am trying to find balance in my life and work really hard at that. And that's something that maybe they struggle with, that their job is super demanding, but maybe your job is super demanding too. So it's, you know, that's something that you would, you know, decide together. I have an epiphany. I feel like going back to that 3 of Cups for you, that there was this moment where you start to realize that this person's energy is good for you, that this person is somebody who, you know, the kind, caring, nurturing person who's in it for the long run is good for you. Okay. And if you're the type of person that says, you know what, just for once, pick the nice guy, maybe you give the nice guy a chance, and what a difference the world will make. Okay. So there's that going on. But I do feel like you're in control for some reason. I feel like they're just waiting for you to be all in. I feel like they're all in, but I feel like they're waiting for you to be. Yeah, I have hoping. They're hoping. They're anticipating. They're eager. The suspense is killing them. So they are definitely hoping that, I like that word even, they're hoping for more, okay? They're hoping that you feel the same way. And maybe they're just waiting for you to get there, that you'll be able to look at each other and say, I feel the same way. I do. I like being with you as much as you like being with me. So I do feel like over time, we're going to get there. Let's get some charms. Let's see if they'll give me some clues with the charms. It's hard. It's hard to know, you know, is this somebody I really want to be with? You gotta just go with, do I enjoy their company half the time? Do I enjoy being with them? Here's this beautiful leaf. Okay, let's get, these are little charms, but I'm going to get a pinch. And let's see. Okay, let's see what I feel. Okay, I might need my little tweezers. Okay. Okay, so I have a green leaf. I know it's a flower, but it came into me as plants. Somebody's got a green thumb. Somebody has plants all over their house. They're showing me spider plants in particular, the hanging plants that have like those spidery things. So maybe people have like hanging baskets with spider plants. So maybe somebody has a green thumb. I love my plants. I talk to my plants. So something is going on with the plants. So that could be you, that could be them. I have the letter L. Okay, so I have another letter. I have a butterfly. You've definitely changed this person. So this person sees this as, I'm really trying to find life balance. I'm really trying to make all the moving parts and pieces work. I have a relationship. I have a job. I have my family, you know, so they want it all. They just want it with the right person, the same as you. I have a seashell, and I have the turtle is coming into me more as slow. And the seashell's coming into me now as listen. Okay. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to how they talk to you. I think their words of kindness is how it just came in. So maybe over and over again, that is the key, that there's this kind of Prince Charming kind person who, at the end of the day, they're just a good person. And that's the kind of person that you want to be with. So I'm going to go with that for now. I have a strawberry, sweetheart, strawberries in bed, maybe something like that. I have a heart with a key, and I have another heart. Yeah, this feels like I just want us both to be in love with each other. And I don't want one person to love the other one more. I want you to love me as much as I'm feeling for you, because otherwise it really doesn't work. It has to be mutual. And maybe we're not there yet. Maybe it will take a little bit of a slow burn to get there, but we have to get there so that we both feel the same. And if we're not feeling the same, then it's not going to be that much fun for one person. I have a moon. I'm over the moon. Definitely over the moon. I have a smiley face, cloud. You make me happy. Rainy days are over. And I have a blue rocking horse. So I'm just going to say a baby boy. I mean, could be grown up, but maybe somebody has a son. And that's just part of the mix. I have a son. So those are my charms. And those could give you a little bit of a clue. All right, let's see what the final feelings are. Right now, I'm feeling this. Things are going to come together. Okay. I feel that whoever this is, they're hoping for more. And I do feel like they're doing all the right things. I mean, I just feel like they couldn't be trying harder. So if you've got somebody who's really doing all the right things, give them a chance. You may be pleasantly surprised. A nice guy, The nice guy captures your heart, you know. The nice guy turns into Prince Charming, you know, the romance of a lifetime. Spirit, what are the loving messages? There's something I need to know. That feels like I need to know if you feel the same way. You're so easy to please, and I want to give you more. They want more. They want more time with you. They want to take it to the next level. They want to show you that they want you in their life. It's easy being vulnerable with you and no hesitations. I'm trying to not hold back. I'm trying to be all in. I'm so drawn to you, and I just can't get enough. So you got somebody who's definitely falling for you. I want to be the reason for your happiness. I mean, isn't that a nice thing to think that there's a person out there that they wake up every day and one of their goals in life is just to make you happy, you know? Happy wife, happy life, that saying. I want to make you happy. I was confused before, but it all makes sense to me now. Maybe something was removed from their life in order to find you, or vice versa. The look you give me melts me all over. I love your smile. I love your eyes. You've got somebody falling for you, and I feel like you're going to have to decide, am I going to be all in? Is what's going on. So let's put this out to the universe. Let's ask Spirit to guide you both. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you always for your kind words and your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMammelin.psychicmedium.com. Check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame channel, and those links are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your weekend forecast, and we'll see you again real soon.